Hey Space Watchers, and welcome to IAC 2024 in Milan, and it's day number 5. Cinque?
Cinque.
Cinque.
Correct.
So I picked up a bit of an Italian. And it is public day. So public day means 4,000 students, 4,000 interested people from the Milan area or maybe the Lombardia area are joining us here today. And so should the noise level that you hear in the back higher than usual, that is a simple reason. Otherwise, Milan reports today 16 degrees and it's raining. But I think that's not the normal weather you have here in fall.
I'm getting all the frustration of the foreigners that they expected to find Milan in October as a sunny place. But word of advice, Milan is not Tuscany. Yes, in winter it rains. And I'm really sorry for all the Germans like Torsten that were expecting a sunny holiday. Sorry about that. I'm really glad the 5th day is over, so Torsten is not going to complain continuously about it.
That's right. So, but as every morning, we are broadcasting live for you here from the wonderful DRR booth. And as always, as every day, I'm here with our editor-in-chief, Dr. Emma Gatti. And we will talk with you, I will talk with her about the highlights of the IAC, and we will try to wrap it up because it's our last morning show from the event. Emma, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Today, as you say, is a public day, so it's open day where we can see the population, the kids, the students coming here, and I have to say it's quite joyful to see this because just when I was getting in, I saw a group of students coming from a school from the village where I grew up, and I thought it was quite sweet. It's a nice way to close a circle. So always having an open day is important so that we can open the door of what we do to the rest of the world. So big shout out to this day. Highlights of yesterday, I suppose. Go back to my B2B mindset. So we had an interesting session about human space flight on Earth, in space and beyond. It was proposed by the Chinese Academy of Science, and there was a very interesting intervention by Serena Perilli from IAC, and she spoke about all a series of space biomedicine experiments that they are doing in collaboration with ESA, in collaboration with the ISS. And they say they're studying bone loss, which is something that we know it creates a problem. They're studying radiation, of course, another problem. And they're studying women fertility in space, which is something that is not discussed enough because it's complex, because it's a bit of a taboo. But I thought it was very interesting to see that there are actually a scientific study that are studying this issue, because if we want to create an interplanetary community, if we really want to think about in 50 years' time to spend longer period in space, this is one of those biomedical problems that should be addressed. So I'm really looking forward for that one. Another interesting session that I saw, it was in the afternoon. It was like head of think tanks, Quo Vadis Space Sustainabilities. It was chaired by Peggy Ollinger from the Financial Times. And there was some interesting intervention, one especially by Ikuko Kuriyama from the Institute for Future Initiatives. She's a visiting student, she's from Japan, and she was asked, what does the sustainability matter, why sustainability matter from an economic perspective? And it was interesting what she said. She said that sustainability is an opportunity for cooperation, partnership, and innovation. So when there is a problem, you can use it as an opportunity to evolve and create a new market. And I think she was also referring obviously to Astroscale, which is one of those flagship examples of how you can turn a problem into an economic solution. And that was interesting. And there was also a very interesting intervention by Ludwig Müller, who is the director of ESPI, and he mentioned about the importance of expanding the economic factors that are created within the space industry towards the rest of the world. So this is one of the oldest problems within the space new economy sector, the fact that we keep focusing on space for space, but the economic reach of space services dedicated to the space industry, towards the space industry, is somehow limited. It doesn't have the scalability and the potential to scale it, like transforming our products to what we call usually the traditional industrial sector. And he kind of wanted to encourage to think outside our bubble, encourage that time of contamination between us and the rest of the industry. And that was quite interesting as well, in my opinion. How about you?
I didn't have the chance to attend
right.
any of the sessions, but I tried to roam around and to visit a few of the booths. And what struck me was to see people that we interviewed over the last years, might be in a podcast or one of our shows here, which have been done mainly online or remote, and suddenly you meet these people. So, for instance, I met the team that worked on the Milan satellite that just went to the Hera with the Hera mission to the Dimorphos system, and Margarita Cardi, I think. We met. I met the first time, so that was wonderful. It was great to see the people behind the Converse development, the Converse association, talking or trying to find standards on the on-orbit servicing. So we met with a number of people from their board, and that's something. Here it comes to life. Everything you talked, or everyone you talked about, everything you thought of, here it's tangible, and I think that happened yesterday to me, and I was very pleased to see that. Emma, if you would summarize the last 5 days, and I think that's very hard because that's this overflow of content and input that we get, what would be your top 3, top 5?
My top 3, top 5 were definitely the ability to see Chinese samples, the far side of the moon samples that China's...
Have you seen them here?
Well, they were exposed, so absolutely. So that was very exciting. I think that's really in the spirit of the IAC to see something live, because we spoke about that so much and it was impossible to see them, but being able to see them here is extremely powerful. Chandra 3 getting a prize on the first day, I think that was a completely well-deserved prize, considering that they resulted in the third nation safely and fully successfully landing on the moon. Well done, India. And then the Axiom Progress spacesuit revealed. That was quite exciting as well. Now the suit has been exposed upstairs in a fantastic glass setup for the next few days, and then it will go to a museum, and it's really quite fascinating to be seen from close by. And then a personal shout out to the Karman Project, who won the Inclusivity Prize here at the ISC. So a special thanks to the 3 ladies behind the Karman Project, Hannah Ashford, Helen Hubi, and Oiko Guzu. Well done from myself and from the entire SpaceWatch.Global team. How about you? What was your 3 highlights?
My top 3. First of all, shout out to IAF. We spoke very critical about the organization the first days here, and there is room to grow without any doubt. But the IAC is a platform to talk, to communicate, and for us it's very important to see not just the Western side, the Western perspective on things, but also the Eastern, the Chinese side. And that's very interesting, and to see how open China is communicating in platform like the IAC to the world about their missions. The only plenary I had the chance to attend briefly was about Chang'e 6, which is one of the upcoming missions back to the moon. We had the opportunity to talk just a moment ago with Wu Lei from China Global TV network about the collaboration, with a potential collaboration with China, the data sharing and how that's work maybe in the future. It is absolutely impressive to see, and we mentioned it again and again, the timeline that China is putting here on the road for their missions, and usually they stick more or less to their timelines, that's cool. So that's my first top 1. Top 2 is the diversity, and I'm very pleased to see that I wouldn't say the time of the grey old white man is done, but we see more and more women, we see more and more...
Until you're going to be around, Torsten. Huh? Until he's going to be around, the time of old white man is not over.
It's not over. So we see a change. We see an incoming next generation of young people, of motivated people. Space always has its taste for everyone. And what I like to say is, space and dinosaurs you can't go wrong with. And so we see that here, especially on the public day, the next generation coming in. So again, shoot out for the diversity. Another one, the interviews we had in our small cosmos were fascinating, with Brain Space from Israel about their technology. We had the chance yesterday to speak with Nobu Okada from Astroscale about their vision and about their way forward. That is something that drives us, that drives me, that gives us so wonderful input. An interesting thing I observed, compared to the Space Symposium or other shows in the US, we have been earlier this year, AI is a big thing in the American market, on the American shows, especially when it comes to Earth observation and the processing of it. Here, I haven't seen it too much. I don't know if you have seen the appearance of AI in large scale, or is it just being used as a tool? What is your impression?
My feeling is that this is maybe not the right conference to address that. There are entire full conferences where we discuss about AI, where we discuss about technology. I think maybe this is more of a science conference, where you try to address stuff like how we're going to build a better space shuttle, how we're going to make life of astronauts better, how we're going to resolve the problem of radiation, how we're going to use satellites for climate change. So in this specific context, I agree with you, there was not much AI discussion, but maybe it's just because it's not the right conference to address it. Or maybe, who knows, next year that's going to be there.
Great. So these were our top trees, and I think we are processing the input still as it comes later. But it's the last day. The show is not over yet. So what's up today? What's on your agenda for the next hours?
I think today I'm going to take finally the first time off to actually see some of the booth. I would like to go to see India because they have a model for Chandrayaan-3. I would like to take some interviews, so I would like to go to greet the colleagues at ESA and at ASI. So I think today finally is going to be a bit more relaxed for me, and you have to take you have to go on a train because there is a strike, of course.
Yeah, I mean, we are born for these kinds of challenges.
Yeah.
No, but we have another program for you at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and that's something I'm looking very much forward. He is a collaborator with us over the last year, so there will be a Space Café 33 minutes with Dr. Kai-Uwe Schrogel from ESA, and not in his capacity as an ESA representative, but in his capacity as the president of the not ILRS, the International Institute of Space Law. So that's the right word. And we will talk with him about the results of the moot court, this super interesting legal competition that the next generation of space lawyers and space enthusiasts went on. And what I heard so far is that Singapore won, but I want to get it confirmed from him later on. And then, as Emma said, I will get back on my journey back home, and and then next week I think you have some important meeting then in Munich again in Germany.
Next week I will be in Munich, yes. So for me the conference season is now over. I will be in Munich from Wednesday to Friday for the Munich New Space Summit, and I'm looking forward to see you all there.
So I think that's it from our end. Anything to say? Anything to add?
I think I already said everything.
We're going out of words. So, arrivederci, and we wish you a very nice day, and we will see you around. With that, Space Watch out.
Space Watch out. Thank you.